The healthcare stories are everywhere, which really, supported by the Democrats' messaging. We talked about this last week. We'll talk about it more in a minute. The Kaiser Family Foundation, well, I guess they used to be called that. Now they're just KFF. They're estimating premium increases for everybody in America averaging at about 114% increase.
So that's take what you're paying right now, double it, and add a little.
Yep. That's what's going to happen.
And that's not ACA. That's not Obamacare only. That's everybody.
Everybody. There was also a great story from National Public Radio earlier this month with this Republican insurance commissioner from North Dakota saying that he thinks there's bipartisan support for renewing the subsidies. He said, quote, "You're looking at a family that maybe was paying $800 a month for their health insurance, and that jumps to $3,000. This is North Dakota Insurance Commissioner John Gottfried. That's not a sustainable increase for anybody.
And at a certain point, people are going to realize who is doing this to them. And they already have. I mean, a lot of the polling that we showed last week and that we've seen ever since is just showing everybody knows that that Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the White House. They're in charge. Costs are going up under their watch, and they're going to be held responsible for it. Now, it is a shame that we have to learn this lesson every so often in this country, that you actually put Republicans in charge. They fucking destroy everything. You elect Democrats. They go ahead and fix everything. Things are good, but maybe not perfect. So you fire all the Democrats and put Republicans back in charge, and they destroy everything. We have to do it all fucking again,
right.
Over and over and over again, as long as I've been alive. But this is a pretty simple proposition. Donald Trump and Republicans run the federal government. Everybody knows that. Your costs are skyrocketing under their watch. You should probably consider putting the other guys in charge. And I will also admit, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I wasn't totally sold on this fixation on ACA premiums as the main strategy. I am totally fucking converted now. Democrats have circled the wagons, have owned the message, have owned the narrative on this, and almost more impactfully, Republicans can't get their shit together and figure out their initial gambit of blaming everything on people without documentation is not working, because they're getting fact checked everywhere they go. And there was even, I don't know if we're going to play this later, but there was a great clip on Mike Johnson, for some fucking reason, decided to sit down on C-SPAN and take calls.
Yeah,
and he got his ass kicked. We'll play that clip in a little bit.
On the on the issue of Democrats sticking to their message, here's Senator John Hickenlooper on the Senate floor recently.
Mr. President.
The senator from Colorado.
Mr. President, this really is a turning point for our country, and a turning point in our fight to make health care more accessible for all Americans. For the first time in 6 years, the government is shut down. Certainly nobody wanted to get to this point, including me. But we're here for one reason, because MAGA Republicans shut down the government because they refused to address the health care crisis that they've created. Earlier this summer, the administration passed what we call the Big Bad Betrayal Act, as we call it, at a time when Americans are begging for financial relief. They were stripped of the health care, faced with the loss of health care for 15 million people. That's right. The MAGA Republicans have gutted more than $1 trillion over the next 10 years from Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act, health care that literally millions of Americans rely on.
Yep.
There it is. They just keep saying it, and it's working.
It's working, and it's sinking in, and it hasn't even really hit yet. You're starting to see some of the
really
marketplaces.
Loud for some reason.
Message discipline matters a lot. It's good. It's good to say the same thing over and over and over again, because people aren't paying attention to you every single time you talk. So if John Hickenlooper's on the Senate floor saying it, and Raphael Warnock is on social media saying it, and Tim Walz is in the governor's mansion in Minnesota saying it, and Jared Polis is in Colorado saying it, all of a sudden people are like, wait a second, it's these motherfuckers' fault that my healthcare premiums are going up? Well, get together and fix it, would ya?
Right.